I do not really know how I feel, and that is one of the most beautiful feelings of my life. My name is Elasema Udom, and I'm the editor for Stripes Literary Magazine. The year of 2026 began with excessive joy. We had crossed the 5 year mark that I set for myself. I figured if we were going to be awful at building a literary magazine from scratch, it was going to fail at year 3 or 2, but this magazine persisted. Stripes Literary Magazine exceeded all of my expectations, all of my desires. It exceeded all of the goals that I planned and arranged and that I set out to accomplish. It exceeded everything and more. It got read by over 100 people in one calendar year. At a point, I had to sit and ask myself, maybe there is something wrong, which is why people are reading it. But maybe there was not something wrong. Maybe they were just finding the beauty of this curation and were sharing it with their friends. It was a beautiful thing to experience and to see. And when we crossed the 5 year mark in October 18th of 2025, I was over the moon. I made a lot of noise in the WhatsApp group I share with my fellow editors. I know that they must have gotten sick and tired of me that day because I kept sharing all the littlest stories, all the littlest anecdotes. I disturbed a lot of people's inboxes. I sent letters to contributors from past issues. Most people who I am sure must have forgotten who the hell I was. I sent letters to past feature artists. I sent letters to past poets that have ever contributed, ever edited, ever read our work. I sent thank you letters to the people that began the journey with me. It proved to me and to my editors that at least people were still reading poetry. They were still consuming beautiful artwork and they were willing to share it with their friends. Now, 2026 came and we rolled out the Places issue, wonder of all wonders. The Places issue crossed 100 readers, 100 impressions in an hour on our website, and then it got to 1,000 impressions by the third day of the rollout of the release. However, this joy was short lived because soon after, Weebly informed us via email that they would be removing their service from the Nigerian space, which meant we had to start looking for options. The word I am looking for to describe the way I felt when I saw that message is a little bit between overwhelmed and underwhelmed. I was angry with myself that I had no contingency plans in place. I was so mad at myself that I did not have the required finances to easily move this website, and I stayed numb for a little while. At first, the only question in my mind was, what the? What am I doing? And I did not even share this information with my editors. It was just silence. I went to the bed and I slept. For 3 days, I just kept on sleeping. That didn't mean that I slept physically. I went to the classroom, I taught my pupils, I submitted my exam successfully, I I invigilated the exams. I took my primary six pupils to go write their primary six exams. We laughed, we cried, we shouted, we were excited about it. We were done for the day. We had a graduation party in school. They threw their hats. I ran everywhere, but just deep down, there was this numb sensation, a little bit between overwhelmed and underwhelmed. I was just so, maybe the word is tired, but not really. If you find the word I'm looking for, please tell me. I have no desire to delve into my dictionary for that. I just stayed there until August 1st. A notification popped up on my phone, and I realized that it was a submission. Mind you, after a while, I had started a campaign on X, on Twitter, asking for donations, which nothing has come in yet, to be frank. And I saw this notification coming on X. Someone had sent a submission. We had done no promos. We had not sent out any letters to any outlet. For the first time in 5 years since we started running Stripes Literary Magazine, we had not sent out any letters. I had not sent a formal information to my editors, to my volunteer editors. I had not sent out a message to Biodun or Bright that submissions were going to be open. I was just silent. My head had no ideas. I was out of it, and I just sat looking at that inbox and that message. Someone had sent Stripes Literary Magazine a submission. It was August 1st, the very first day of the new reading season. A thought popped up in my mind. Does this mean that someone had intentionally written and prepared for this new reading season? Someone had carried Stripes Literary Magazine in their mind as this is one of the places I'm going to submit to in the month of August, and sent us a work. While I was still contemplating on that, another submission came in, another submission came in, another submission came in. This is August 7th, and we have over 10 submissions, both art and poetry. That was the moment I knew that we were going to cross over this period. It's going to take a lot of faith and a lot of strength, but I'm going to reciprocate the faith that people have placed in me and in this beautiful thing that I am doing. In that moment, I realized that this is bigger than me. This is not Abasema Udom anymore. This is not a Bright or Biodun collaboration anymore. This is a merging of hearts. People coming together to proclaim love for this beautiful thing that they love. And for once, I realized that lethargy is not the answer to this challenge. Stripes Literary Magazine is open to submissions, and the theme for this issue is folklore and fables. We want to hear the stories that you've been told by your parents in the poem. I want to hear about those myths and legends that you wish someone could have written about. We want to see it painted. We want to see you capture photographs of it from your hometown, from your village, from wherever in the world you deem fit, from your imagination. You can make up a new folklore, and hell, I will accept it. If it is beautiful, if it displays heart, which is at the core purpose of what we stand for, unhinged, raw, and divergent work. Yes, Stripes Literary Magazine is not closing.